Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a little bit of a chat about one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in Pokemon TCG. And no, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that. Something so weird that I had to just message a few people being like, hang on a second. Before I try talking about this, this is real, right? This isn't some kind of like weird elaborate hoax. But no, ladies and gentlemen, no. It's not some kind of weird elaborate hoax. What we've got is a second card for Sinakazu Ishihara. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the first name there. Now, Ishihara is, of course, the president of the Pokemon Company, the CEO of the Pokemon Company, president and CEO. And what we've got here is just this ridiculous card that was made at his birthday, although I suppose we should put card in quotation marks and made in quotation marks as well, because it's kind of like one of those weird photo booths that you have at weddings and birthday parties and things of that nature, except actually it's a Pokemon card. Now, I should mention here, yes, I suppose anyone could have assumed that position, but it is very much worth pointing out up here, it literally says Ishihara. That's what those four katakana say at the top there, Ishihara. So, no, it couldn't really be anyone. Like, anyone, I suppose, could jump in instead, but it wouldn't have the same effect because they're not Ishihara. And there are a few things. There are many things about this that are weird. But probably the weirdest for me that stuck out immediately, he's just holding a giant like Gatling gun or something. It's weird, ladies and gentlemen. It's weird. Like, if this was, and obviously it's not being, but if this was just printed as a Pokemon card in a set, they would have to remove that and censor it. They wouldn't be able to show that on a Pokemon card because, I mean, look, if we want to head on over to the Digimon TCG, there is literally a card or a Digimon called Gundramon that is exactly as you would imagine it is. You know, from the name, you can imagine what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's basically like a sentient pile of guns. So, yeah, in Digimon, we are absolutely fine with this. This is not what we see in the Pokemon trading card game. Like, not at all. There was a Magmortar a while ago that literally got censored coming from Japan to the West because the Japanese card looked like Magmortar was essentially aiming down its arm at you. And, you know, Magmortar's arm is kind of like a gun, I suppose. Yeah, it's just, it's strange, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very, very strange. So yeah, there's no way at all you would possibly ever see this as a card in English. Now, the good news is, using my fantastic knowledge of Japanese I have accrued over the past couple of years, my main goal was to try and translate Pokemon cards, and here I totally can. It's not terribly complicated. What we've got here is for free wine energy. Yeah. It does 1400 damage, and it just does 1400 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it basically does 1400 to your opponent's entire board. Bearing in mind, like, the highest HP we've seen printed on a Pokemon card so far are things like Eternatus V Max with 340. I want to say that's the max. If I'm being dumb and forgetting anything obvious, please let me know in the comment section. But 340 is generally like what we go up to here. So 1400 is like 4 times that. It's like not even close. So, yeah, and in fact, 340 times 4 is 1360, so it's actually just a tiny, it's 4 times 350, and nothing has 350. It's a little bit broken, but you could argue it's not very broken, because it very clearly takes wine glass energy, and that doesn't exist. Although, what we can do is we can look at cards like Rainbow Energy, for instance, And the wording on Rainbow Energy very clearly says, provides every type of energy, but only one at a time. So even though Wineglass Energy in and of itself doesn't actually exist, we can use something like Rainbow Energy to pay it, which I think is quite nice. Yeah, it's clearly a little bit ridiculous, although, you know, you do have a weakness to Fairy, and Fairy were removed from the Pokemon TCG. Coincidence? I mean, yes, obviously. Obviously, it's a massive coincidence, but I still do find that kind of funny. And obviously, we've got a Dragon-type Pokemon, and we got 560 HP. Now, of course, you know, we need to know, well, this is Mega Ishihara. Is there a regular Ishihara EX? Well, no. But there is a tag team Ishihara and Pikachu, and there is an Ishihara GX, but the Megas, unfortunately, are very much Mega EXs, and we don't want that, ladies and gentlemen. We need an EX from which to Mega Evolve, although the fact that we got 3 Ishihara cards as it stands at the moment is kind of amazing. And don't get me wrong, right? If I was the president and CEO of the Pokemon Company, you better believe there would be a bunch of Wassy cards out there. So I'm completely in favour of Ishihara just having all these cards. It's kind of amazing. But just as a quick little reminder of what we've seen before, like the first one we saw here was Ishihara GX, which is actually a card that we've seen in English. Now, this was apparently given out at a birthday party or celebration of some kind, and a bunch of people were given these. And these are actually like proper official cards printed on proper cardstock. And you got the ability, Red Chanchanko, prevent all effective attacks, including damage, abilities, and trainer cards done to this Pokemon. And then for a Grass and a Lightning Energy, 1,060 damage, flip 60 coins for each head to take a present. Oh, this will be for a 60th birthday, I imagine. Although, you're going to be gutted if you flip 60 tails in a row and get no presents at your own birthday. It's unlikely. The odds are very much against that happening. But imagine if it did. That would be gutting. Also, fun to notice, this is, of course, a Dragon-type Pokemon as well here. And you got Rotom on the art, and it's all kind of lovely. Now, the other one, we really don't have a very good look at all, because this one was on a birthday cake, and just for the record, we've actually got, like, damage counters going around the cake, which is awesome. We got the artwork on the cake, and then we've got this card, which, again, this one was printed as an actual proper card in a little frame there, which is Ishihara and Pikachu Tag Team GX, but even though my Japanese is getting better, I can't read that card. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot read that card. I honestly can't even come close to reading that card. Sorry about that. But this is kind of awesome. This is now like the 3rd Ishihara card we've seen, and I absolutely adore this. Of course, the other one we saw, there was a Doug Ferguson card a little while ago, which was kind of interesting. And one thing that was very cool, I did hear on the grapevine that Doug Ferguson has seen my video about Doug Ferguson GX, which it's weird to think that the person featured on this card has seen my video about this card. It's a little bit weird. But Doug Ferguson worked for the Pokemon Company, I believe, in product development. And you can see here, 350 HP. Again, a Dragon type. So I'm wondering if all the Pokemon executives are just Dragon types. No judgment, just interesting. And the ability is new chapter. You can't play this Pokemon in your deck. But the attack is very interesting. Fighting, Metal Energy, open any Pokemon TCG box and add the promo card to your deck, which is kind of amazing. I love that. Mostly because it just gives me, like, free reign to go and open Pokemon cards. And if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you'll know I like opening Pokemon cards. That makes me very, very happy indeed. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a new Ishihara card. It's not really a card, so to speak. It's more of kind of a display at a party. There is no way this would ever be printed because of what Ishihara's holding. But I love that for some reason Ishihara's got 4 arms there. and one of them is holding a Pokemon card. I'd love to know what card that is. We'll never know, but it's kind of nice. And there's so many cool little things about this. The set symbol is literally just a present, which I very much appreciate. And the weird thing is, like, this has only just been seen. Like, the lovely Matthew Arrive showed me this yesterday, but unfortunately too late in the day to make a video, hence waiting till today. But this has been, like, hanging around. You know, this is a Mega EX. Now, there is a website where the raw image actually comes from. It seems to have been posted in 2013. Like the 27th of November, 2013. So has this card really been hanging around, like, online and visible for that long? And I've only just seen it? If that is the case, I apologize, because this is exactly the kind of awesome, ridiculous, hilarious news story that I should be bringing you. Well, honestly, like, back in 2013, that was very near the beginning of my content creation journey. This should have been an early video that I made. Also, if anybody finds I have actually already made that video, and I made it years ago and I've literally just forgotten about it, sorry, but maybe let me know, would ya? For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know anything you want to tell me about this wonderful card, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can join a Discord and chat with us. You can get weekly bonus pods or answer all of your questions. I know I owe you guys a bonus pod, incidentally. My voice has been quite wrecked this week, but there will be one coming on Monday. Don't worry your pretty little heads about it. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Tamblin, who's been a supporter of ours for a few months now and seems to be a very lovely person. So thank you very much for all the support and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.